Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the big game in the new expanded Big Ten. And there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hearnstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Bringing it out, it's Scott. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Great job here on this sack by this linebacker from Nebraska, living up to the lofty expectations of what you think when you think about Nebraska and linebacker play. Not just stopping the run, but the ability to pressure the quarterback. They've had some great ones over the years.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to extend the play. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama. Setting the tone early for how about the execution, opening drive of a conference championship game.
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. Usually it takes you maybe a series or two to just kind of get settled in, especially with all the hype. But not this offense. Got to give them a lot of credit. They were ready to go, and it really showed up on that opening drive.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Snags the quick throw. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Ball handed off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance, so throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Keeping it on the ground here. Fighting him off.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Well, just a great play by the running back here, just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tide. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kirk.
Well, I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Catch made on the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and
nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He's escaping the pocket now. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being...
He fires this throw. It is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Well, anytime you throw over the middle of the field, the quarterback has got to throw the football on time. There's so many obstacles there that you have to be able to negotiate on a ball thrown down the middle of the field, and this time it cost them.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Yeah, I don't like that throw at all. Those windows are so tight down here. You just can't force the ball in there because it so easily can be picked off. He caught a break there.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot right here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. And the Huskers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain.
The Cornhuskers keep the football on the move. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Pressure is coming. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Nelson. Touchdown, Huskers. This quarterback on fire today. Extra point try coming now. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. But that's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the drive, to come out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Scott. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the defense look slow that time. So the offense clicking now for building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And they tack on the extra point. kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. He's moving out of the pocket now. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Tries to get it to the running back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks. The Cornhuskers lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. It's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl rod, Kirk, against the zone.
Now, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, then he made a great throw for that first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Picks up the first, looking for more. That's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. A big gain, and the offense will obviously decline the penalty. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just.
And the sophomore making an impact play.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
This try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown to bury at least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll try a pass here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. His quick spin move. Eventually they tackled him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. On the run here, taking a deep shot. He's got it at the 15. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Movement here from the tight end. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance here on 4th down.
He missed it. Field goal, no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Play action here on 1st down. He's running out of time here. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. 2nd down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Bringing pressure. Finding space at the 20. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the junior able to get home with the sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, I got to tip my cap to this quarterback. I know he's putting up some yards today, and let's face it, they've got the lead, but he has faced some pressure. That's the fourth time that they've been able to get after him and bring him down, so it's feast or famine one way or another in this game right now.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be looking to make a big play downfield. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. First down here for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Catch made inside the 10. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, testing the middle. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Look at this. He'll go deep again. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they...
Touchdown, Cornhuskers. A strong fight back. Now the important point after attempt. PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out. It's Scott. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it go. Makes the catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama.
Well, this offense did everything right in that first half. Really put on a clinic, and here we are coming out to start the second half. The opening drive, so much for the defense making adjustments. Put another touchdown up on the board.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. A quick juke. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense.
Yeah, Hall of Fame quick.
In that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort.
No, Baco ain't going for that.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Wow, back-to-back deep shots. They can't. Oh, the spin move, and he's got some space here. Touchdown, Huskers. And the comeback is on. And they get set now to try the PAT. And the extra point gets him within 3, 31-28. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the...
Got him. He's sacked.
Well, that's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far, but one mistake could potentially...
He's looking to make a big play downfield. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Extending the play now. Tough to show by the sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This could be a turning point in this football game. Defense does a good job. It's third down. They got to get after this quarterback, and instead, he pulls it down and picks up big yards for a first down. Kind of feel the momentum flipping here.
He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the back.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Because this is what I love about the legacy of the Nebraska linebacker is the ability to get after the quarterback like this. I mean, think about some of the guys that you and I have had a chance to watch wear that uniform. Back in the old days, it was that half jersey, right? Guys like Trev Alberts and Broderick Thomas and Tyler Farley in the mid-90s on that national championship team. And Levante David, who's a great pro, but got it all started right there in Lincoln.
So they're short on fourth down. The coach decides to trot out the field goal team. This one is right through.
Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. A very quick throw.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. That's a huge gain, grabbing momentum as the 3rd period expires. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Will he score here? Touchdown, Nebraska. What a comeback. The ballgame is now tied. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you say, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. And he's tackled at the 25. Same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Off the play fake on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. Here's the 2nd down play. The DB is backing off from the line now. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Alabama. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. And now the try for the two-point conversion. From the shotgun, drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's incomplete. The try fails, and the lead remains 5 points. Now they get set to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Powers through the tackle. This is a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The offense will set up now for the two-point conversion, trying to extend the lead to 3 points. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to scramble. Pass caught in the end zone. A successful two-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out. It's Scott. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. Finding space at the 20. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Trying to extend the play. Intercepted, picked off the defense.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender who throws the interception.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on the football. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown. And the school can score. And the sideline is going wild.
Oh, this game's funny.
A touchdown to take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Chris, I just can't help but think about how much work that both these teams have put in to be in this moment. And for this defense to make that play late in a game like this could be the defining moment, not just of this game, but of the entire season.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Oh my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Defense is coming after him. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, that's not what you want to see.
So what?
When you're trailing late in the football game, an incomplete.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to point it no way.
It's a bit of a risk. That clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly. He's got it.
These niggas play off. I don't get it. Play up.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Looking to throw yet again. Just trying to get rid of it. And it's incomplete. There was no receiver in the area, and looks like it'll be an intentional grounding call. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. This time a completion. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback has been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on third down. On the run, he'll let it go.
I was about to say.
Hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down. If this linebacker doesn't lower the blow, great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Lets it fly to the wideout. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Same tailback, another carry. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And they'll use the ground game here. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so a little bit better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. We're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.